Hey everybody, it's Liz. How you doing today? No, really, how are you? Are you fantastic? I'm just sending you the best right now. I want to talk to you today about expanded awareness and how to do it. I'm going to talk a little bit first about the philosophy of how to do it. I'm going to tell you and then I'm going to take you through a process. First, I'll explain the process, and then we're going to do the process. I'm going to try to remember to leave you timestamps. So a little philosophy, a brief description of what we're going to do, and then I'm going to lead you on a meditation to do this. And I just call this expanded awareness. Now, Pema Chodron, who is a Tibetan Buddhist, has a great quote. I've always loved it. It says, she says, "You're the sky and everything else is just the weather." Now, when I'm working with my clients, I talk to them about creating your own weather, or like not worrying about the weather out there, not worried about the five senses of what your bank account says and what he said, she said, of the situation, the bill or the car, the vehicle, the house, the rent, the people, the stuff, the things that bother us out there in the world, to create your own weather. And this is kind of saying the same thing, but this is a way to understand that you're the sky. We're kind of going to be going up in vibration for this exercise. So this is also a way to get out of your own human story, right? If we've been feeling sad, down, estranged, abandoned, neglected, betrayed, angry, frustrated, lost, or tired, or lazy, getting into our bad habits and stuff like that, I want to offer here a way to get out of our own typical grousing, if you will, right? And this process will work super well if you're feeling kind of metaphysical. So when I talk to my clients who maybe are not always so metaphysical to start, like in other words, spiritual, they just want to be successful, I talk to them and I teach them the sauce. But if it turns out they have a metaphysical woo about them, like I do, I live and breathe there, I have a foot there, as every shaman does, I will teach them processes like these. In fact, I have a client coming up soon. We're going to talk about this stuff. And this can be a shortcut to the process that I teach. So if you've been doing all that writing and all this auto suggestion, other things I've suggested on this channel, if you're my client, I recommend, if you'd like to, you can actually begin to leave a little bit of that stuff and spend more time in meditation and doing this particular meditation. It's so super fun and super powerful. It is a way, and so I want to talk about, like, why would you do this? What will this process do for you? Well, it will help you do your daily meditation, which is good for everybody. I was talking to a buddy a couple months ago and he goes, "I don't believe in that meditation stuff. It's crap. I don't." And probably because he doesn't want to sit still or he's not seeing the benefit of it. I've always said that meditation is like you kind of bank meditation. You may not experience something like finding the gap in the meditation right there in meditation, but you bank it. In other words, it helps you for the rest of your day and the rest of your life when you do it. It's a way to settle down and reach your soul. And this process does that. And I find this an easy way, and this is how I do it. And I can't believe I haven't taught this to you till now, but it's a way to sort of mentally actively get to a place which helps your monkey mind. But then you reach this expanded awareness where you're just like, and it's much easier to sit. All right. So it's a good way to meditate. It's a good way to get answers and guidance to questions and challenges you're having, and to get inspiration and creative ideas. If you have questions like, what book should I write? Or what am I here to do? Who am I? Or how do I resolve this challenge or this relationship or what have you? You can get guidance, inspiration, hunches, insight. The penny can drop. Paul Selig, you can look him up, has said that your guides, your spiritual guides, I believe we have them, are who you become when you realize who you are. And that's what this is about. This is about self-realization or self-actualization. You can use this process to heal from trauma and painful memories, PTSD, CPSD, the whole bit. Again, do all of your stuff, and you can use this process to aid all of the other healing stuff you're doing. It is, and not to have medical advice here, but it can heal pains and aches and stuff, or help mitigate that. And I would still do all the other things you're doing, right? It can help you feel close to God or source or the universe. And if you feel particularly woo about this, you can talk to anybody. I have a chapter in my book called The Cosmic Committee, which I want to expand in another book, which is basically you can talk to anybody you want to get wisdom from, living or dead. You want insights, you want to learn how to handle your money better, how to ride a motorcycle safely. You can reach out to these people. You can talk to dead people. You can talk to your pets, living or dead. You can have telepathic communication with others. You can talk to famous people. You can get insights from all kinds of, you can invoke the wisdom of anybody, anywhere you want, living or dead. And there's a couple of ways to do that. I'm going to put out some more content on how to do that. But right now, we're doing this right now. Focus, Liz. You can talk to power animals, your guides. In Hoodoo land, we call it guides, guardians, ancestors, and angels. You can talk to all of that. You can talk to angels, you can talk to archangels, you can talk to God. You can also use this process to attract to you stuff, things, events, fun experiences, clients, situations, right? And you can also use it to, I do believe that we don't always get out of our lessons, but we can certainly ask to have as little pain as possible in our lessons as we get wisdom. We find the wisdom and the love in our challenges and lessons, right? And it can help, this process can help harmonize relationships. And in general, it can make you happier, more joyful, and give you more wisdom and more satisfaction. So here I am going to go over the brief process. I'll just have you sit comfortably on the floor, feet on the floor, back mostly straight. And I'd have you set a quick intention, something quick of an answer to a question, some insight, ideas, things to say or write, creative stuff for your creativity, thoughts, hunches, right? And then we will do some breath work to bring you down to a nice alpha state, the fastest way I know to get into alpha. And then I'm going to have you do an invocation, some sort of prayer like, thank you for this time, guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, whoever you want to talk to, or just in general, all the ground of being or source or all that is. And then I'm going to have you be in a state of thankfulness or appreciation. Abraham Hicks would call it a rage of appreciation, but just what do you appreciate? This helps raise your vibe. There's a lot of ways to do it. You could think of something you'd love. But in this case, today, I'm going to talk to you about appreciation. Like, what are you appreciating right now? Your warm, comfy bed, a cup of tea, your really cool car, the person you're going to see later, the great fun experiences you're having, seeing people during the holidays, whatever. Do some breath work, raising your vibration. And then I'm going to have you take in a gentle breath and then expand your awareness to fill the multiverse. Believe me, you can fill the multiverse. And then I'm going to have you intend to move up to the soul chakra, about a foot above your head. And then even higher than that. I'm going to just expand up there. And then you're going to simply just merge with beingness, with the I am up there. And you can merge with beings you want to talk to. Sounds woo, I know. You can merge with beings you want to talk to. Either you can wait for them to show up, your guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, whomever, pets, loved ones, or talk to a person you want to talk to who's living or dead. You can wait to do that, or just see what comes, or you can just sit in an awareness. I'm not saying you have to be a medium right now, but one can do this. And then you can just sit there for 10 minutes. And then you'll either get insights, drops, things, thoughts, words in your head, or ideas or pictures. You may be spoken to in symbols, like dream language. Or over the next couple of days, you can get some insight. You can ask whomever you're talking to or whatever you're getting. You can ask for signs, for proof, a sign that you're really talking to something, some being. And there's different planes of reality, right? We having this human story, but there's also guides, people who've passed over are in a different space. And as you move up the scale of beings, you'll get up to angels, archangels, source, etc. You can talk to at any of those levels doing this technique. And you can sit there in that space. And so now let's just go through it. I'll try to remember a timestamp. My landscaper's here, so hopefully not hearing that. I'll have to repeat this. All right, let's just take this. So I want to have you sit down with your feet on the floor and your back. This is going to be a quick process because I'm quick, but you can write down the steps. I'll put the steps down below perhaps, and you can do this on your own in a more slow way. I invite you in the future to spend 10 minutes doing this, or 20 minutes. So while you're sitting there now, I invite you to go ahead and close your eyes. Set a quick intention. What is it you're wanting? Do you want an answer to a question or a challenge? Do you want to just connect with beings or with God? Do you want to just see what guidance comes to you? Do you want to feel more calm and settled? Maybe you're freaking out right now. And then I want you to imagine now being in a huge column of light, bright white light. You could make it golden. I like working with golden light, as you wish. Sit in that column of light, and perhaps you can imagine it coming from the sun, directly down through your chakras, down through your body, and down into the center of the earth. And you can make it as wide as you like. You could make it the width of your body, the diameter of it. You could make it as wide as your aura or your field. I make mine as wide as my house and property because why not? And as you're sitting in that beautiful column or shaft of light, I would like you to say some sort of invocation. Maybe perhaps you could restate your intention, or you could say, thank you so much. Please give me protection or divine guidance or justice in this one area. I'd like this or that. I'd like inspiration or guidance. I'd like to connect. I'd like to connect with so-and-so, a passed on loved one, a pet, another person living or dead, whomever it is you'd like to reach out to. So I'll let you do that for a moment right now. All right, and now to the breath. I'm going to have you breathe in to a count of 4 and out to a count of 6, 3 times. When you breathe out longer than you breathe in, it calms your nervous system and can bring you down into the alpha state. Let's do this now. I'm going to breathe into a count of 4, 2, 3, 4, out to 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And do it again on your own time. Breathe in to a count of 4. And out to the count of 6. And one more time, breathe into a count of 4, 1. And out to 6. By now, you're most likely in an alpha state, nice and comfortable, more relaxed and deep. And now we're going to do a little raising of your vibration. I'd like you to think of something you appreciate right now. Even just one thing. What do you appreciate right now? And now, take in a gentle breath. And as you breathe out gently, intend or imagine expanding yourself to fill the entire multiverse. Be a star. Be a bright, shiny light. Be shiny side up. Share your light. Spread it out. And then I want you to surrender. And by this, I simply mean try to drop your human story, the pains, the aches, the grousing, the complaints, the sadness. Just drop it for a moment. We're going to just leave it behind for now and just rise up. You're moving from your stuff to your soul level. Some people even like to imagine in their mental screen using an eraser and erasing all the stuff, all the BS. And now you can imagine or intend to move your awareness to 1 foot above your head into that soul star chakra. Maybe you can imagine it and look down and see your body, or just intend to be there. And then raise up to 3 feet above your head. Maybe in a beach ball size space. Now remember, you're expanded to the width of the universe, the multiverse, but just move up to this space. And then you can imagine, if you like, if you want to just be in the oneness, be in the I am oneness, you can just imagine that space and just see what happens, what insights or ideas, thoughts, pictures that drop in. This space can talk to you in sort of a dream language of symbols and pictures. You can get ideas or words. You may see that there are beings coming to talk with you. They'll only come if they're for your best and highest good, and if you want to talk to them. Maybe you'll see one visually. Maybe you'll get the idea of somebody or something. You can make a request now to talk to or speak to a particular plane of reality. be it from God down to the archangels, to the angels, to ancestors, to guides, to loved ones, living or dead, to people you want to invoke ideas and wisdom from, living or dead. Dead people, loved ones, pets over the rainbow bridge, spirit animals, power animals. And just sit in that experience now until the rest of your meditation. We'll end soon. This is a sample for you. And you could just see what pictures you're getting, or ideas or thoughts. If you feel like you have beings with you, which you do, but you may or may not be aware of it, you can ask these beings for a sign or symbol that they can give you other times during the day or even now. You can request a specific symbol if you like. And if you feel like you've got a guide or a helper showing up, maybe it's someone that you know about already or some animal you already know of, you can ask it to do a service for you, to give you some help as a test, if you will, or an ask. Over the next couple of days, would you please do such and such? Have someone buy me a cup of coffee, or have so-and-so call me, or bring me a new client, or help so-and-so heal, help me figure out this challenge. So in follow-on meditations, you can take this on as long as you want, but I invite you now to come back to your room, wiggle your fingers and toes, and come back to the space, and you can open your eyes. And I thank you very much, and I will talk to you soon.